Alrighty, post-gym progress report, okay? So we're doing workout A again this Monday. I didn't film the first workout A I did on January 5th, but I did film this one. Why does that matter? I can't compare squat depth from visual evidence, so I'm just gonna go based off of some sort of assumption here. Okay, so I'm gonna read off the numbers from January 5th. As far as I understand, we are January 19th today. Yeah, we're 19th of January, okay, at the point of this filming right now. The first workout A I did on January 5th, I've already went over these numbers. I don't think I did I do a video about this? Anyway, we'll do it now. So I did like a Snapchat memory video of this just to log progress. But anyway, we're doing this now. So, January 5th, first time I did workout A. Smith machine squats, first set 135 pounds for 5 to 10 reps. It's like warm up. Second set 225 pounds for 2-ish reps plus 2 1 rep negatives. So I did 1 rep negatives and I did 2 of those. So that was just basically did a slow lowering of the weight, then took some plates off, reset it, then put the plates back on, did another slow lowering of the weight, all right? So that's what I did for the Smith machine squats January 5th. Okay, I also did the close grip palms up pull downs. First set, 50 pounds warm up, probably 7 to 10 reps or something. I didn't have my book with me. I didn't even buy this book yet at the time, so I wasn't really recording, like writing it down as it was happening, so some numbers might be off from this first workout A session. Then second set, 140 or 160 pounds. I don't remember which weight it was. Maybe it was 150. I don't know. But anyway, for 6 to 8 reps, possibly 8 reps. It matters what the weight was here because in order to compare it to this week's, but regardless, I have this week's more accurately recorded and filmed, so it'll be easier going forward to compare workout A to next workout A progress. So anyway, so those are the numbers from the first workout A. Now we're going to compare to what I just did from this workout A, right? So this is 2 weeks later, as far as I understand. So January 5th was this workout A. Now we're January 19th. So what is 2 weeks of time / recovery / eating / effort / whatever growth, whatever you want to call it. What is the 2 weeks since the last workout A done? Okay, so in between the 2 workout A's, there was a workout B as well. So now we are workout A again, because last week would have been workout B, so because it alternates from week to week. So anyway, today just did workout A again. What are the numbers? All right, January 19th, squat. So this is Smith machine squat, same thing. Warm up, 135 pounds for 10 reps. Okay, as far as I understand, I hopefully counted the warm up reps correctly this time. This is the key here. 225 pounds times 12 reps. Okay, let me compare those numbers for you. We got 2 weeks ago 225 pounds for 2-ish reps, if the camera will focus on my face. So 2-ish reps last time I did this, right, 2 weeks ago, plus the 2 1 rep negatives. That was just to add some extra intensity because I didn't really like that I only done 2 reps, right? Or 2-ish reps. Compare that to this week. 225 times 12 reps. It was around, now these were like paced reps. It wasn't like bam, 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 bam. It was like, okay, and you could see this in the video, obviously. This is going to be at the end of the video, so you've already seen it. It was like paced reps, pausing in between reps, catching the breath. Mike talks about, like, you know, you catch your breath. I think Mike talks about how you would, you know, catch your breath, mentally reset, then do another rep. He was talking about that, I think, with deadlifts. I'm going to apply it to squats as well. But anyway, and the breathing gets more labored as you go along. And basically, I don't know, I may have potentially been able, if I would have controlled it better, to get a 13th rep. But once I had enough of failure in the form happening, like the back started to give out at least a little bit, like the upper back balance began to give out a little bit, I think, or something. And so then I basically took that as like the mechanical failure, like the muscular failure. Thinking back on it, could I have tried to press a little harder and maybe get a 13th rep or a bit more of that rep? Possibly. Worth maybe noting for next time. But anyway, because it's the thing where you almost kind of got to get in, like, intense with it in your mind, where it's like, if it ain't to failure, it ain't worth doing. Is it possible that that saying is correct? No, don't hurt yourself, and that's the only thing with this type of training is there a potential for increased risk of injury? It might depend on like how much you're keeping the weight under control and proper form and stuff. So in this case, if it is true that my form was beginning to fail, may have been wise that I took that as the failure rep, right? So anyway, but look at that. The difference between 2-ish reps on the squat 2 weeks ago versus 12 reps this week, that's a substantial improvement, substantially, for the 225 pounds. Substantial improvement, really. So as I was doing this, I was thinking to myself, like, I think I was thinking this, Mike was right. You know, like, because when you go from 2 weeks ago doing 2-ish reps to this week doing like 12, you know, and you're going like steady, like controlled pace, where like, you know, rep, pause, breath, whatever, you know, reset, rep, pause, breath, you know, stuff like that. Not rep, pause, but you know what I mean, taking a pause in between reps, whatever you want to call it to make it make sense. But anyway, maybe there could be other factors as well, so pertain to the visual evidence and lack thereof of the first time I did workout A. Maybe my squat depth was different the first time I did workout A, and maybe the squat depth was different this time. So like, basically what I'm saying is, did I squat as shallow this time on the squats? Because maybe that would make a difference in how many reps you could get depending on your squat depth. I can't say for certain if my squat depth is roughly the same this time that it was last time, but regardless, like 12 reps versus 2-ish reps, even if the squat depth might have been off by a few inches, is it still worth noting the progress, you know? I also took an extra supplement this time. Did that extra supplement help to give me more energy to do more reps? This could also be possible. Like, there's factors, you know, did I eat more calories or more carbs before this workout than I did the last time I did workout A? There's things to consider that might affect results, but ultimately the test will continue to be in the following weeks if the strength continues to increase, given the other factors are in check, like resting adequately and eating like the required amount of calories or whatever you want to say. Anyway, that's the squats. It's worth noting that progress there. Might be some factors that affected it, but anyway, moving on. Pull downs. So again, this is the palms up, close grip pull downs, right, on the machine there, or the pulley, whatever you want to call it. So the pull downs, warm up, 100 pounds times 10 reps. So I doubled the warm up weight this time. So 100 pounds times 10 reps. I took a bit of a break in between the warm-up sets and the actual set to failure this time. I wanted to be a bit more rested before really giving the all-out intensity, you know, set. So I might have taken like 30 seconds to a minute of rest, something like that. Maybe a little bit more, maybe somewhere between 1 to 2 minutes. Wasn't counting, but anyway, it was a substantial amount of rest time compared to just resting for like 10 or 20 seconds. You know what I mean? Like, it was not a short rest, it was a bit of a longer rest. So the pull downs, after I did the warm-up, the 100 pounds, 10 reps, I did 160 pounds. I made sure to be like precise about recording this time, okay? Because last time I wasn't sure if it's 140, 150, 160, whatever it was last time for 8 reps, whatever it was. This time, 160 pounds times 4 reps. And then I did static hold on 5th rep, right? So basically, like, you could argue that maybe in the video the depth wasn't 100% full depth, like full range of motion on the 4th rep. So you could argue maybe I stopped a little shallow on the 4th rep of the pull down here. You can make that argument if you want. But regardless, went for an additional 5th rep. The 5th rep, I think, only made it somewhere around like halfway down, maybe 2/3, something roughly like that. So then I did the static hold, where I'm just like holding it there. The static hold strength was pretty good. I don't, however long it was, might have been like 20 or 30 seconds or something. Then I feel the static strength start to deplete a bit. Then I start doing the slow lowering of the weight. But since it was already like at halfway range of motion, there wasn't a whole lot of distance to do the lowering, but there was still some lowering that happened. And so the static hold and the lowering on the 5th rep, I noted that, like the static hold on 5th rep, that's written down. So then next time, we'll see next week if the reps increase. I'll probably do 160 pounds again. We'll see if we can get 8 reps. Not next week, but the week after next, because the next time when I alternate workout A again, because next Monday will be workout B. So then the Monday after that will be workout A again. So then you just keep the notebook log here, keep tracking progress, right? In terms of the size increase, I do feel maybe a bit puffier in the chest. Upper chest feels a bit bigger or harder or whatever. The arms, I want to say there's a bit more size in the arms. Could be placebo, could be imagining things. Although I do feel a little bit more swollen in the arms, I think. Swollen like in a good way. But like, I'm not taking actual, like, you know, bicep measurements or anything, so I can't tell you with any accuracy, like definitive accuracy, the size increase, or if there is any. But like, the perk of filming this, or each of the workouts, is from week to week or month to month, like, the visual evidence will be there or not. You know, if it happens, might show through on camera. If it doesn't happen, then you'll say, okay, well, it looks roughly the same, whatever. Like, the documenting of the stuff is happening as this experiment continues. But just based on what I've seen, because it was kind of like theory / optimism / results you hear about, like for other people, pertaining to this heavy-duty, high-intensity training. Now the results are beginning to become personal. Because, again, accounting for some other, you know, factors or outliers, like, you know, how many calories, how many carbs, supplements, like an extra supplement taken before the gym, things like the things that might give you more energy, right? Accounting for that, accounting for, like, squat depth, is it the same as it was last time? All that stuff aside, there is some level of hopefully notable strength increase here. The 225 felt pretty good, right? So even just in terms of feeling, I think that it felt on some level easier to do the 225 now compared to the 2 weeks ago. So just on that alone, probably reasonable to say that Mike may have been onto something. And so thanks, Mike Menser, for the training advice. And we're going to continue with this heavy-duty consolidated program, I think is what it's called. Consolidation program, something like that. And we're going to continue this, see where it goes. So far, it seems, correct me if I'm wrong, like progress is happening. This is good. The progress is happening already within the month of being more intentional about actually trying to do something more properly heavy duty, because beforehand I was kind of in a transition phase between volume and heavy duty high intensity. Now we're just like fully on board the high intensity heavy duty train. So now is the time where the proof is going to be in the pudding or it isn't, right? So far looking pretty good. I'm going to end it there. I've been blabbing for like 13, almost 13 and a half minutes. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Join the Skool community. Link in description if you want to join me in this heavy-duty journey, and if you want to share your progress, if you want access to free resources, it's free to join the Skool community for that base level of where you could just learn about all the stuff. It's not my stuff to sell, so I'm offering it free to you because it's not mine to sell. This is Mike Menser and Arthur Jones, to some extent, maybe Dorian Yates, like their stuff, right? So it's not mine to sell. It's there for you. It's free. This is stuff you could find on YouTube and things like that. I'm just kind of like putting stuff that I think is like specifically like really, really good or whatever into the Skool community, kind of put it in one place, and then we'll see what happens with the Skool community. If you want coaching, feel free to go in there, inquire about the coaching, stuff like that. If you just want to talk about the training, you know, diet, whatever. Like, I'm not like a nutritionist or a dietitian or anything, but we could talk about stuff. So if you want to talk about stuff, Skool community, link in description, free to join. Thanks very much. Have a good day. God bless.